Me, Rick Verde, and I'm here to tell you 5 major reasons you should stay away from National Novel Writing Month, better known as Nanowrimo. Please stay tuned and enjoy the video. Reason number 1 you should avoid Nanowrimo is because you need to choose quality over quantity. Think about when you were growing up and you heard the story about the tortoise versus the hare. The hare challenged the tortoise to a race. The hare took off, was so confident he was going to win, decided to take a nap, and before you know it, when he woke up, the tortoise was ahead of him and beat him on the race. Okay? So with NaNoWriMo, they're challenging you to be the hare, and you're writing 50,000 words in a month, which equates to 1,667 words in a day. And if you use the 1-inch margins all around and the 0.5 indent per paragraph, it comes out to 5 pages a day. I'd rather be the tortoise. I'd rather write 2 quality pages where I edit as I go along than write 5 pages unedited and just bust them out every day. I mean, that's just a ridiculous amount of writing every day in 30 days. So just think about it. I mean, you're going to have to do a lot of editing anyway afterwards. Why not edit as you go along so that at the end you're not doing as much edit? My experience is the first time I did it, when I was done writing, I had to do so much editing that I basically rewrote the book. And I felt that that month was worthless. It was garbage. It was a waste of my time. So I have not done NaNoWriMo since then. And I write books at my own pace. When I have time, I sit down on my computer and I write quality pages. And that's how you should be doing it. You shouldn't force yourself every day to sit down and have to write a certain amount of pages. And God forbid you miss a day. Now you have to really amp it up. And it's not going to be as coherent as you want it to be. And you're going to be missing things. There's going to be plot holes. And your character development is going to be off. I mean, unless you're some super amazing writer, you're going to have a lot of editing issues later on. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2, Unholy December. People are done writing their NaNoWriMo books, and now they start sending them out to literary agents and literary publishers. Guess what? They hate NaNoWriMo for a reason. You haven't edited your books. You haven't beta tested them. You haven't done anything. You just written it, and you think now you're going to get published. It doesn't work that way. There's still a lot of work to do with your book, and you're not putting in the time or effort. So this is a reason to stay away from this. You have so much work to do, and you think you could get it done in a month. Stay away from all those YouTube videos that tell you can write a book in a month, because what they're telling you is you can write a manuscript in a month. But they don't tell you all the editing and all the other stuff you have to do. They don't tell you that you should get this read by people and get their feedback on your characters and how they feel about your characters and what you should do to work on them. Because that is where the real work begins. And then you have to go back and rework your book and edit it and fix all those flaws. And then guess what? Test it again and see if you fixed all those issues. I'll tell you what, you want to know exactly what publishers and agents think when they read your book? This is exactly what they think.
What the fuck is this shit?
So please, when you're done writing your manuscript, you haven't written a book, you've written a manuscript, please edit the heck out of it, get it read by people, then edit it again, get it read again, edit it again, then maybe you can send it out to agents and publishers. Okay, so there you go, reason number 2. Okay, reason number 3, 50,000 words isn't a novel. It's a novella, if anything. And in all honesty, most publishers won't even consider this. Unless you're writing for middle grade or young adult, 50,000 words is not enough. If you're writing an adult fiction, you're going to need at least 85,000 words. 50,000 words equates to about 175 pages. Again, that's with the 1 inch margins all around and the half-inch indent per paragraph. So 175 pages is really nothing. So again, that's for young adults or middle grade. If you're writing for an adult, you need about 85,000 words to probably 100,000. So again, you're finishing up this 50,000 word month and you're not even coming out with a full book. So what is the purpose of this? And remember, you're supposed to technically start off with a new project at the beginning of this. Now again, a lot of people go in and go, well, I'm just going to finish off a project that I've done before. No one's really checking you. So it's not like someone's knocking at your door going, hey, let me see if there's this new project. So you can do that. But again, 50,000 words, not a book. There are very few books that have been published that are 50,000 in that range or less that have become like classics. Some of them are like The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is an amazing book by Douglas Adams. I mean, unless someone out there in Nanowrimo world is that great of a writer, I don't see something coming out of there. The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. That's about 52,000 words. I've never read it. A movie was made out of it, just like The Hitchhiker's Guide. I hear the movie and the book is amazing. The River Badge of Courage. I'm from New Jersey, and that was considered, everybody had to read that book in the state. So, and that was a phenomenal book. Same with The Great Gatsby. Everybody had to read that book. Fight Club, one of my favorite books of all time, one of my favorite movies of all time, Of Mice and Men. Again, another phenomenal book, and a great movie also. Slaughterhouse-Five. I just finished reading that book. Amazing. Kurt Vonnegut. You can't go wrong with Kurt Vonnegut. What else is there? Fahrenheit 451. I mean, another classic. Those are all the books I could find that were under 50,000 words or around 50,000 words that were, considered classics. Other than that, there isn't really much. So you really have to go all out and do something phenomenal in 1 month to write something that's considered a classic. I would rather take my time and write the 85,000 word book or 100,000 word book in the adult category to get my stuff out there. Okay, so that's reason number 3. Reason number 4, you can't ignore life. Listen, things are going to come up in life, right? You're going to have friends calling you, something's going to happen in your family, emergencies might come up, or maybe you just want a day to relax. Sundays for me is football day. I'm going to watch my New York Giants play, and I'm going to relax, okay? I don't write on Sundays. Sunday is forbidden. Every other day, I'll write. But I'm not going to sit at a computer and dedicate a whole day to write 1,667 words. Okay, maybe I'll write 1 page or 2 pages. Or maybe sometimes I get into a creative flow and I just can't stop writing. And maybe I will write 5, 6, 7, maybe sometimes 10 pages. But I'm not going to dedicate that time every single day because something might come up. And you know what? Like I said, quality over quantity. But I'm not going to miss out on life. And don't do that. Don't stop yourself from enjoying life. I don't think anybody in Nanowrimo is a full-time writer. I'm pretty sure everybody has jobs. I'm an accountant. I do blogging. I do YouTube videos. I'm trying to do a podcast. I'm trying to do a bunch of different things. And I don't have time to just sit down every day and pound out 5 pages. So enjoy life, have fun, and be creative whenever you can. Okay? And so that's reason number 4. Reason number 5 is the writing culture. And what I mean by that is if you're on Facebook or you're on Twitter, Instagram even, you go on there, and if you're following writers or you're in some type of writing group or anything like that, or you follow certain hashtags, you're instantly going to be bombarded with NaNoWriMo subjects, and people telling you, hey, it's NaNoWriMo time. What is your MC about? What is your story about? What are your goals for NaNoWriMo? And it's as soon as like August hits, you're starting to get bombarded with it. It's almost like Christmas for writers now. And there's this sense of, hey, if all these writers are doing it, I need to do it. And that's how I felt when I first started writing. Hey, if all these writers are doing it, why ain't I doing it? I better get out there and sign up for this thing and go out there and do it. And I did it. And it was a waste of my time. First off, you don't really win anything special. I got a couple of dumb coupons. Who cares? I didn't even use them. It was a waste of my time, and like I said earlier, I had to rewrite the whole damn book again. And it's just like you're pressured into doing this. Instead of you writing when you want, when you feel comfortable, you have all this stress on you. And basically, NaNoWriMo to me is just a bunch of writers who need attention and just want praise almost. And the problem with NaNoWriMo also is, like I said, is that ugly December for publishers and agents. Well, it also happens on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, where people decide, instead of going after agents and all that, they're going to self-publish. So they self-publish their work. But they don't want to spend money, so they don't get agents, editors, I mean. And they don't get people to do really good book covers. So you end up with a crappy book cover. You haven't edited your work yourself. You haven't hired someone to edit your work. You haven't beta tested your work. So now you have this crappy book out there, and every single day what you're doing is you're copying the URL to where your book is self-published on Amazon, which anybody can do, and you're pasting it over and over into every single writing group you can do, and you're pasting it every day on Instagram, you're pasting it every day on Twitter, a couple times a day, forever, and then you're checking your KDP report to see if anybody's buying it, or you're giving it away for free for the first couple of days to bump it up on the charts to see if that helps it sell, and you're doing all this and that, and every day I have to see your stupid book popping up on different writing groups that I belong to, and I'm trying to socialize with different writers and help out writers, but instead of being able to help them out with like real issues, it's like promotion time, promotion season, and it's so annoying to the point where like December and January, I don't even bother going into these writing groups. I don't bother paying attention to most writers on Instagram or Twitter. It's just annoying. I just can't deal with it anymore. So instead of doing that, just write at your own pace. Write a good book. Hire an editor. It's going to cost you money. Listen, getting published, if you really, really want to get published, do a real publisher. You need to hire a real editor. And if you're going to go the self-publish route, you still need to hire an editor. You need to get beta tested. And for the love of God, hire a real artist or a book designer who knows how to do book covers and can do a really good book cover, not just the front, but the back also, because I've seen people who hire people who do really good front covers but can't do anything about the back. So you need someone who knows how to design book covers in general, and make sure it's a really good one that catches people's attention. Otherwise, your book's not going to sell, and you're going to wonder why. And those are the reasons why you didn't spend the money. You have to spend money to earn money. So that's reason number 5. Alright, that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button below. That way you'll be notified of any future videos I release. Also, if you do decide to do NaNoWriMo, I do have a video, and I'll leave the link up top of this video. Gives you 5 tips to prepare for how to do NaNoWriMo. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to see you guys soon. Enjoy. Have a good day. Peace out.